Sorry in advance about the locking and clocking and knocking around, because there is a construction, just outdoors, and they might disturb this video anyways. So last time we ungunked, deleted, removed a lot of unnecessary stuff from Windows, but you might have found that a little bit complicated, because you had to go to services, you had to go to uninstall apps, you had to go to Windows settings, and you might find it complicated if you are not really into Windows or not into IT stuff, reparation, troubleshooting. So there is a free tool, open source software, I think it's called Winscript. It's a reliable and reputable and respectable tool that you can use to create a script simply to launch on your PC. So now with one single move on a graphical surface, you can ungunk your PC, remove all the junk that Windows 11 actually installs. So what you can do here is open up the desktop version or the online version. So desktop version you can download from the GitHub website, but most of you might even be getting lost over here. You can find source code for I think it was written on Linux, using Linux, so you can use it on Linux, not sure why anyways. And you have portable and Winscript installer, because you can create these scripts anywhere, because it's just a PS1 script, PowerShell script. So you can install this software on Windows and create your script very, very easily. And it's a great solution for those who do not know anything about scripting or cannot go into the Windows menus. Anyways, so the online tool looks like this. It's starting with tools. So I really recommend to do this right away after installation, so you don't have to worry about creating a backup point, a restore point. So you can ungunk your Windows, and if it's an issue, just reinstall it, but normally it does no harm. So run this cleanup, clean temporary files, empty recycle bin. I just checked everything over here. As I said, you create a Windows script now, so everything is getting ticked here. It's giving a command line to a script and adding a command line to a script. So verify system integrity, and it's an SFC scan now, and the DISM deployment image service manager that we can use to actually make the hard drive healthier. Then create restore point. As I said, it's not really necessary if you start fresh. If you want to ungunk your Windows just now, when all your documents are on your Windows and all your new software and everything is up on Windows, then you might want to create a restore point. Otherwise, I just do not want to create that. Browser history, reset network, run mass Microsoft activation scripts. I don't want to do that. Debloat, so this is the most important, that you can remove everything. You see Microsoft Store, OneDrive, Edge, remote Copilot, remove widgets, remove taskbar widgets, Windows apps, remove third-party apps, extensions, Microsoft apps, Windows box apps, because actually I installed an evaluation edition, but if you install a home or a normal version of Windows 11, it might be even gunked up more, like TikTok and Twitter and all sorts of stuff might be installed on it. Disable consumer features, Hyper-V, scan, fax, media player, because I prefer to use VLC, remove Edge, remove widgets, everything is just remove, delete everything. And disable cloud sync, disable, all this, just, you might have to totally remove it. We go through everything but app location, app access to camera, you can really just go through all of these details and disable anything that you don't need. Telemetry, basically it's Windows sending information to itself about you and your actions. Handwriting, all the data collection, all the privacy issues that coming from Microsoft. Third-party telemetry, so block Adobe network, NVIDIA telemetry, because I'm running an AMD. VS Code, I don't use VS Code. Media player, I use VLC. CC Cleaner, I don't use Google either. Adobe, so everything. If you need privacy and you still want to use Windows 11, you can use this to remove everything. Full screen, disable game bar, that's good. Disable game mode, that's good. I've already disabled it, but we just go through everything. So you can actually do other stuff here. Set your own DNS that you want to use, for instance Quad 9. You can set service to manual. Okay, disable hags. Hardware accelerated we don't do that, we don't touch here anything. Limited defender CP, okay, no. Core isolation, no. We just turn this on to disable it. I'm not sure why would you want to do that, to actually do core isolation. Superfetch, it may improve performance. Disable storage sense, we don't need that, that's for sure. It's a special utility of Windows that makes storage of files more, temporary files more efficient, but it's not really the case. Disable search drive, okay. And over here we can also enable and disable stuff that we don't want to use, and we can take actions. Move taskbar icons to the left like the old Windows, and disable no dark mode, enable dark mode. I like dark mode, okay. Disable sticky keys, snap layout, detail BSOD, and finally browse apps. So you can actually make this pull drivers for you, make this script, download and install a browser. So let's say at this moment it's only the Firefox, and what do? We install Brave, what is also a very private browser. Let's install 7-zip as well. It's just to test out how this script will be working. Gaming, we don't want anything gaming. Utilities, password, AnyDesk. It's already installed. I think CPU-Z, here you go. We installed CPU-Z, an old tool. GPU-Z, I don't have a GPU, so old tool. CPU-Z, Pro Tools. Anyway, so you can do a lot of stuff for developers. What do they have here? Clink, Cursor, Docker's desktop, Git, install Go.Novim, Notepad++. Here you go, Notepad++, Python 3. It's just, we check out what this script can do. So what you do right now is go to the final, as you can see, the final part over here, download script, and you either download the script with a PS1 file, here you go, winscript.bat, or you can copy this to the clipboard and you create your own batch file. So if I did this, it's copy to the clipboard. I open up File Explorer, I go to downloads, Winscript, it's a batch file. So I just create also a text document, and it would be, I don't know, winscript02.bat. Okay, so sorry, my keyboard is not yet set up properly. So this is still a text document. So what we have to do over here is in view, we have to show extensions, file name extensions. So now when I check with F2. I can modify the file extension too. And are you sure you want to change it? Yes. So as you can see, normally if I open up this file with an editor with Notepad and I copy everything that I had over here in the script and save it with Control S normally, here you go, save it and close everything in. As you can see, the size, the properties will show exact size. So size 48,319 bytes, and the batch file created on its own from the website, it's the same, 48,319 bytes. So now I just have to run this batch file. I close everything and I'm gonna restart after my PC. So let's see what this batch file is. Microsoft is a smart. Starting this app might put your PC at risk. More info. Run away, don't run. You know, even this is complicated with Windows 11. Okay, so what's going on? I said don't run. Okay, run as administrator. More info. Do not run. Run away. Run anyway. Ah, sorry. This is why I did not run, because I said don't run. I don't want to run away from running this software, and I read run away, but it's run anyway. Okay. So, installing Chocolatey. Chocolatey is like APT in Linux. It's a package manager program, and if you want to pull software from online without going, you know, into the browser, only using the command line, you can use Chocolatey for this. So instead of going, for instance, to zoom.com and download and double click and install, you just install Chocolatey, and from PowerShell you can type in anytime you want to install a software, choco install zoom minus yes. So you know it will install zoom instantaneously. Choco install gimp yes. So that's easy. It's gonna be, you don't have to search anymore. And you know, Chocolatey is extremely well developed now. I started using it maybe, let's say, 3-4 years ago, and it was already working very well. So of course it's safer, it's way more developed, and it's a very fast tool to, you know, install something from a script. Especially when you are writing scripts and using batch files and PS1 scripts and stuff like this. So you know, it's a great tool. Chocolatey, I will show you after how does it work, how does it look like if you want to install yourself something on your Windows PC. So at this moment it's the disk cleanup utility that's running, and I think it's gonna take a bit of time because it looks like it's very slow. It's probably because my, you know, hard drive is kind of dead where I have my virtual machines. I have to change it. I ran a disk analytic tool on it just yesterday, and I have 13% life left. It's determined by you know, the number of turns, I would say, the disk did in the past. So the number of actual boots the disk survived until right now, and I think it's like 5,000 something, and I'm not sure how many hundreds of thousands of minutes or seconds it ran, and you know, it's getting to the end of its life. This is why it might be slow. Okay, it wasn't that slow. Uninstalling OneDrive. It's uninstalling everything on its own. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to go through any more menus. You don't have to do any, you know, issues. Windows security might find something about this batch file, this script, but I don't really care, because it's something just very, very normal that Windows is actually signaling if something unexpected going on. So if I used this tool to really install, uninstall and customize Windows in a professional environment, I would sure one by one would go through in a Notepad that what's going on. So I don't want, normally it's a very, very trustable professional source, but you just don't know when we talk about lengthy scripts what's going on. So normally, dark mode is going on, it's looking a lot better. So normally these scripts looking like really great and perfect, but I don't want anything here, for instance sending my private info and maybe type rear keyboard, type push recorder is sending my passwords into somebody else. So I would definitely slowly and surely, one by one, without using an external apps, I would just check what's really going on in this script. And if I don't find anything suspicious, I would really happily utilize this free open source application in a professional environment. It's fantastic. But it's looking quite okay. It's looking really a professional utilizable tool. Still, it's running. I created a long script, sorry about this. So it's just installing 7-zip, it's installing CPU Z, it's downloading now CPU Z, installing CPU Z, and look at the Windows, how better it looks like now. So it's all in dark mode. I have on the left side now everything instead of centered, and probably I have to reboot Windows 11 at the end of this, but no issue. No, it's just at the very beginning you have to do this only once to ungunk everything, and then everything is just smooth. I really appreciate these sort of tools, because professionals who don't want to spend hours removing one by one the apps and checking if they were properly deleted and want to install after, stuff like tools to open PDF files, to unzip stuff. 7-zip is one of the best, and to use RAR or to use other sort of file explorers, like back in the day we used Norton Commander or DOS Navigator, and now it's like Midnight Commander. There are all sorts of stuff that you can actually remove and install and replace and personalize, especially in Windows. So I'm just gonna restart my PC, and we'll see what's going on. So normally it should be restarting on its own, but it's not happening. Okay, why not? Normally if you use Windows and and use the command shutdown -R, it's a restart, and if you add time, it's a restart immediate. So I added -T0. So let's see what's going on with the actual Windows. Here you go. So it's ungunked, it's faster, it's better. Everything is just like used to be in the Windows. It's looking like differently, and I highly appreciate this, because the actual original Windows 11, it's taking up just too much, I would say, memory, too much space, too much processing power.